What is up, Man Hour Nation? Wednesday edition, Hump Day is here of Man Hour NFL Talk. We got a great show lined up for you guys today. We got to ask the question, though, who has had the best dynasty in the NFL? Poll is happening up here at Facebook.com right now, /Man Hour. Check it out, check it out, check it out. We got Austin Eckler, some Aaron Rodgers, some Eagles to talk about. But first...
And now, Mike's thoughts.
It never, ever, ever ceases to amaze me about how politically correct people are trying to be in this world, right? Never amazes me at all. There is a journalist out there by the name of Jim Trotter. Jim Trotter has officially filed a lawsuit on the Buffalo Bills owner, Terry Pegula. This man basically states that, alleges that Bills owner made racist comments about black players back in 2020. This is what was allegedly said by Terry Pegula. He says, and I quote, "If black players don't like it here, they can go back to Africa," end quote. Allegedly, that is what a Bills owner, Terry Pegula, had said. So when we start diving into this issue, start diving into what is really going on here, like, does it matter at the end of the day? Now, I understand racism is active in the United States of America, and it has been kind of on a, I guess you could call it an increase because of social media outreaches, because of platforms that are out there, right? That is the real reason why racism is still apparent in today's world. So what I got to ask is, why is a journalist, Jim Trotter, filing a lawsuit? The comments were not addressed to Jim. I don't think Jim even heard the comments. It was like on a Zoom call. Maybe he did hear, I don't know. But, as I don't agree with the comments, go back to Africa, yada, 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 whatever. That's just stupid. But what I do agree with is if people, take the word black out, if people don't like it here, they can go somewhere else. They can go to Canada. They can go to Mexico. They can go to Africa, Australia, wherever. Pick up your politically correct mindset and get the F out of here at the end of the day. We are all sick and tired of being politically correct because, damn it, we don't effing care anymore. We do care, but we don't care. I don't know. When I saw that article, guess where I saw it? ESPN. Didn't see anywhere else. Didn't see it on NFL or CBS or Fox or anywhere else. Saw it on ESPN. Imagine that. I got little man with me right here. So if you see me randomly looking around, that's why. Making sure he's not doing anything quiet or doing bad. Watching some Cocomelon. But buddy, cue that intro.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Starts like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Then 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we a big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut you short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzz beaters. We coming live, all 3 speakers go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckheischer here with the Man Hour. Sure to head over to manhourradio.com. And check out the merchandise page. Check out the blog section as well. But as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course, comment down below, because every like you get, this little man gets happy. When he sees daddy's phone start blowing up because you guys are commenting and like it, he loves it. He loves it. So he is the right-hand man on today's show. He's listening to the beats. Woo, yes, sir. Give it to me, baby. He's like, nope, time for some more Coco Melon. But guys, welcome to the Wednesday edition right here of Man Hour NFL Talk. And we got to talk about the Aaron Rodgers injury. We have to talk about what is going on with Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets moving forward. Got to talk about Austin Eckler. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. We got to talk about Austin Eckler. We got to talk about DeAndre Swift and the New England or the Philadelphia Eagles. Easy, buddy. Easy. We also got to talk about Deontay Johnson and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, yeah. Is that what the Jets sound fat? Fans sound like they, buddy? And of course, we got to talk about the Baltimore Ravens and JK Dobbins. He is officially out, put on IR officially as of today. Yeah, buddy. Lamar Jackson is still trash. Let the people know about it. Oh, you don't want to let the people know that? Let the people know about it, man! Ah! Let's go. But guys, it is Fact or Crap Wednesday here. We put out a statement and we deemed if it is a fact or if it is a crap. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive directly into today's show. And we got to start off with Aaron freaking Rodgers and the New York Football Jets. As you guys know, Aaron Rodgers played a total of 4 plays. That's right. 4 plays on Monday night versus the Buffalo Bills before tearing his Achilles. Okay. But, so we got to ask the question, fact or crap, are the New York Jets done for the 2023 NFL season? So, guys, when we say, are they done? Here, get down, bud. You're hurting me. Oh, yeah. Go watch some Coco Melon. So, when we say, are the Jets done for the 2023 NFL season, first things first, guys, is the Jets had to have some type of realistic expectations this year anyways, right? When you say a team's done, they had to have some type of, goals, aspirations, not just wishing on a well and throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping something sticks, right? Well, Jets fans are a Super Bowl. Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is here. Super Bowl. Let's go. Well, guess what? Aaron Rodgers isn't there. So, fact or crap, the Jets season is officially done. It is officially crap because the New York Jets weren't going to have a good season anyways. Let's just be honest. They were going to be a 7-10 team at best anyways. When you look at the New York Football Jets, yes, they had all the, quote, firepower in the world. They got Aaron Rodgers. They got Delvin Cook. They got Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, right? Their defense is loaded, and they have Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and Michael Carter Jr., so they had everything put in place except for a good offensive line. And with that being said, guys, the Jets are not done because they were never getting started, right? The Jets season really never got started. Got sneezed. Hello, allergy season already. But yeah, this is a crap. I do not think the New York Football Jets season is done because it was never going to be any good anyways. 7-10 is what the New York Jets were going to be anyways in this season. And you can call me a hater, you can call me this, you can call me that, whatever you want. But the New York Football Jets were never going to be that team. That team. Now, the ultimate smack in this NFL trade, right? Between the Jets and the Packers just got walloped in the face. The Packers were hoping the Jets were going to do good because they wanted a first-round pick for Aaron Rodgers, right? Well, guess what? Since Aaron Rodgers didn't play at least 50% of the snaps in the 2023 NFL season, it has become a second-round pick now. So, I mean, obviously the Packers like drafting receivers in the second round. They don't need any receivers, but you know that is just what they do. But there has been a lot of rumors floating around now for the New York Football Jets about who they have contacted about potential replacements for Aaron Rodgers. First of all, you don't like Zach Wilson? You don't like his growth this offseason? Well, guess what? Colin Kaepernick agent has supposedly reached out to the Jets. If Colin Kaepernick signs with the Jets, I'm officially done watching football. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Allegedly, last night, we heard a guy, Jay, in the chat on the After Hours show, said that Jay have reached out to Jameis Winston as well. I do like me some Jameis Winston. I think that would be a great fit. And Casey Morgan is in the chat. What's up, Casey? Good morning to you, good sir. And he says, word has it that Jets have been inquiring about Chad Henne. Recently retired Chad Henne, if I'm not mistaken, former Kansas City Chiefs backup quarterback for several years, and he's been kind of floating around the league. So when we look at potential quarterbacks out there that could fit the New York Jets system, I see a lot of them reaching out to, Chad Henne, Jameis Winston. Colin Kaepernick reached out to them. They didn't reach out to Colin Kaepernick because that would just be asinine. Possibly Trey Lance. That would be a good addition. But when we think about this, guys, yes, Aaron Rodgers is out for the season. Yes, the Jets do have a really good roster in place. They are literally a quarterback and maybe an offensive lineman away of making a deep playoff run, Super Bowl run. Do the Jets reach out to Tom Brady? If you are the New York Football Jets right now, do you reach out to Tom Brady? We've all seen that Lay's commercial where it's like Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders and like, let's come out of retirement. And like Tom Brady's like, hey, you want to do it? I mean, that would be a match made in heaven. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. It would be a match made in heaven. How smack in the face would it be is if Tom Brady went to the New York Football Jets this season, played week 2 versus the Patriots after they just honored him at home at halftime, and then come out and beat the Patriots week 2, win the division, and go to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be the most Tom Bradyest thing ever? It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like, damn, Tom Brady, can you like just stay away from the NFL for more than one game? That would be fantastic. But Tom Brady, the Jets, I would like to see it. Jim is in the chat. He says Colt will be a Jet, as in Colt McCoy, I'm assuming. Colt McCoy recently just got cut from the Arizona Cardinals. He is in shape, right? He is a decent quarterback. Would he better than Zach Wilson? Probably. I mean, shit. Of all these quarterbacks that we are referring to, right? Jameis Winston, Chad Henne, Colin Kaepernick, that we've heard reports of them reaching out to, Colt McCoy would probably be the best fit. Now, I do like some Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is a pretty good quarterback. I think he has the most upside out of all of those quarterbacks and would really thrive in that Jet system. Let's flash back to when Winston was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Sorry, guys. These allergies are kicking my ass today. He had some big name receivers, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. He had a really good running game, right? I cannot think of the running back right now at the top of my head, but he threw for 50 touchdowns. Yes, 30 interceptions, but 5,000 yards. Yes, I think Jameis Winston would probably be the best opinion. And Junis is out there as well, saying yes, Jameis Winston would be the best choice in my opinion. I agree with you out there, man. I agree with you. Casey says most third-string quarterbacks are better than Zach Wilson. So let's ask about Zach Wilson. What's up, buddy? Do you want to know about Zach freaking Wilson? Zach Wilson was a number 2 overall pick for the New York Football Jets just 3 seasons ago. And he has never really had the opportunity to be that guy, to be great, right? Be careful, I don't want you to fall. This could be a breakout season for Zach Wilson, and maybe the confidence boost that he's needing. Like, I feel like that's what Zach Wilson is missing. It's just pure confidence, right? every NFL player has the ability to be great. Every NFL player has that, hey, we can do it. It's just confidence at the end of the day. Hey, be careful, dude. Be careful. There you go. And if he can, win some games here, maybe this game versus the Buffalo Bills was the confidence builder that he needed to maybe catapult onto the year. So this is a question that I'm going to ask you Jets fans in general. How long do you give Zach Wilson to be the starter and kind of just struggle until you do actually reach out to somebody else and put in Tim Boyle, reach out to James Winston, reach out to Cam Newton or Tom Brady? How many weeks does it take for Zach Wilson to suck before this change takes place? I'd be curious to what you guys think. Jets fans in general, but if you're in the chat, let us know as well. What do you got to say, bud? Say it. Yeah. Yeah. Are you saying that Austin Eckler is not happy? Yeah. Yeah. Austin Eckler is not happy, guys. Imagine that. Austin Eckler is not happy. Don't be writing on their notes. But Arthur Brown says Cam Newton want to make a comeback. Listen, Cam Newton doesn't have a shoulder to pick up a fork anymore. I have been there, done that. I'm actually going through my shoulder stuff again, right? Jim says. He said, thank gosh I look like my mama. Facts. He does look. He's a spitting image of his mom. All right, buddy. Go watch some more Coco Melon. Go. I know. Oh, man. His mama better get back soon or we're going to have some issues. My man needs a nap. He's hungry. And damn it, he wants an Oreo. He wants an Oreo. Let's go. But, guys, let's talk about Austin freaking Eckler. So, guys, as you know here, the LA Chargers did not close the deal versus the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. They end up losing 36-34 to a very good Miami Dolphins team. The Chargers went back and forth. They went toe to toe, but they could not seal the deal. I am putting the blame on J.C. Jackson and football IQ in general, which comes from the head coach and Brandon Stanley. So with that being said, Austin Eckler says he is not happy with the inability to close close games for the LA Chargers. I got to thinking here. Factor crap. If the Chargers do not start to win these close games, is Austin Eckler out? Factor crap on that one. With that being said, guys, wow, my voice just cracked. I am not 16. I'm 36. But Austin Eckler was already wanting out of LA in general, right? He said he wanted out of town in general before the season even started. They gave him an extra $1 million, and he's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll stay, whatever, right? Guys, the LA Chargers are 7-5. Last season, they went 7-5 in one-score games or less. I guess every game is a one-score game. They went 7-5 in 2022. So they had a winning percentage in these close games, which I was like, whoa, wait a second. Is that true? Like, damn. I mean, shit. These out. If you guys have allergies, you understand what's happening right now. I took 3 Benadryl, and I'm still like, ugh. But anyways, Austin Eckler, my man. Guys, this is 100% fact. If the Chargers do not figure it out real quick, get some football IQ, understand how to win these close games more than 7-5 last season. Right now, they're 0-1 in one-score games in 2023. This team is going to self-implode before it even gets its feet on the ground. Right now, I had the Chargers at the number 10 in my power rankings. I think they're a really, really good team. But they have a couple of loose ends that they need to tie up. They just need to fire Brandon Stanley right now. Fire that head coach right now. Put Kellen Moore in there as the intern head coach and see if Kellen Moore can actually not suck as an offensive of like play caller. Guys, the Chargers are a ticking time bomb. I said this about the Jets. I said this about the Jets just like 2 weeks ago. This is a ticking time bomb team. The Chargers, if they do not figure out, David, if your team does not figure it out right now and win a couple close games in the next 3 weeks, Austin Eckler might have a sprained ankle that he never recovers from. Mike Williams might have a back issue that he never recovers from. Keenan Allen might have a stubbed toe that he never recovers from. They're going to worry about themselves for the rest of the season. Like, hey, maybe I can get out of here. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. The point of the matter is they need to figure it out now or they're going to self-implode. Joey Bosa going to throw his helmet. Is going to blow up. Khalil Mack might max some people. Whack, whack, whack. They need to figure it out. They need to figure it out. What do you got, buddy? Need to figure it out right now. Go, come here. What do you got? Oh, you don't got anything. Okay, go. Jim says 1,000 horsepower, but no transmission. Still won't go. The LA Chargers have all the firepower. Don't hit the camera, bud. They have all the firepower. They have this. They have that. I would even say they do have the transmission. What they don't have is the keys to the remix or the keys to ignition. A little bit R. Kelly. If you know, you know, right? But the Chargers have everything that they need to be successful. A good defense, a good offense, a good offensive line, good defensive line, good special teams. They literally have everything, but the only thing they're missing is the freaking head coach. David, you should be pissed off about your team. It should be a hashtag fire Brian right now. Fire Brian right now, buddy. What? Oh, my God. That's gross. It should be fire Brandon right now. Fire Brandon right now. They literally do have everything. And we's be okay, says David. He says, slow it down, baby. We are A-okay here in L.A. Don't be talking down about my Chargers. Because, listen, we did go toe-to-toe with the Miami Dolphins. We did only lose by 2 points. We did only lose because J.C. Jackson is an idiot. Isn't he the highest paid safety in the NFL and doesn't have basic football IQ? I hate referring to this play, but 9 yards deep in the end zone, very left side of the end zone, very corner. You should just step that or kneel it, but he's like, I'm going to return this, baby. You returned it for 3 yards. Returned it for 3 yards. But he said, slow it down. We'll be okay. We will be okay, baby. Judas Howard says, LAC offense is good. The defense must do better. This will be a good test for the LA Chargers moving forward. This week is a huge test for a lot of NFL teams. Dallas Cowboys will play the Jets, right? The Seahawks play like the Vikings. There are going to be a lot of good test games out there, and the Chargers are no exception. They do play a good Tennessee Titan team. Now, the Tennessee Titans did suck this week. The offense was a complete shit show. I've seen hashtag bench Ryan Tannehill all over my Titans boys talk, but they travel to Nashville this week to take on the Ryan Tannehill and King Henry and the Tennessee Titans. This will be a good measuring stick game for the LA Chargers on the defensive side of the ball. If they can stop King Henry, if they can keep Ryan Tannehill playing like shit, if they can, just hold the Titans underneath, say, 20 points, I will be a lot, as a Chargers fan, if I was a Chargers fan, I would be a lot more satisfied of what our team actually has. As I do agree with you, the defense needs to do better, but we have to realize that they played the Miami Dolphins last week too. The Miami Dolphins have the best offense in the whole NFL. And Tua is healthy right now. David says, hopefully the players take over the team. He says, unionize, strike it, baby, UAW. If you know, you know. I'm a part of the UAW. Well, not a part of the UAW, but I'm a part of a strike that's getting ready to happen, unfortunately, probably on the 15th. But with that being said, he says, hopefully the players take over the Chargers and over the team, and they run the team. There are pros and cons to this, David, right? Let's look at the Varsity Blues, right? The players anarchy, and they start having fun and running plays, and there is no goal, there's no vision, there's no this and this and this for the LA Chargers moving forward. As much as we dog on Brandon Stanley, he still puts out a good game plan, right? He still puts him in a lot of right positions to win the game. He just doesn't know how to close the deal. You can tell he's a single man because he's never been able to close the deal. There's a reason, thankfully, he is a football coach, because otherwise he would never get laid, because, he cannot close a deal. Let's just be honest about it. Let's just be 100% honest about it. And one last comment about the Chargers. He says, true. J.C. Jackson lost us the game. Jim says, I'll be back. Talk good about the Raiders. We are going to talk about the Raiders later. We'll talk about those Raiders. The first place team, Las Vegas Raiders, baby. Let's go. Raiders are first place. Trip. High fives, dude. Boom, baby. Give me some of that love. Raiders are in first place. Jim Powell, pump that chest, baby, because it is not going to last very long. It is not going to last very long. Speaking of not lasting very long, offensive lineman Brian Johnson for the Philadelphia Eagles says that they need to have a mindful set to getting DeAndre Swift and Dallas Goedert the ball this weekend when the Philadelphia Eagles play on Sunday afternoon. So as you guys know, DeAndre Swift touched the ball one time for one carry, and I lied, they played Thursday versus the Vikings. Dallas Goedert had 0 catches for 0 yards on 1 target. Brian Johnson says we need to get our workhorses the ball. We traded for DeAndre Swift. Dallas Goedert is a damn good tight end. Utilize that mofo. But guys, factor crap. The Philadelphia Eagles have to get these two guys involved to win games moving forward in the NFL season. Obviously, guys, a quarterback's best friend is a good tight end. Dallas Goedert is a really, really good tight end. Utilize him, right? But however, you do have A.J. Brown. You do have Devontae Smith. There are a lot of weapons in Philly that, hey, you got to feed the engine to keep it going. And right now, the engine is A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Now, granted, the Eagles' offense kind of did not show up second, third, and fourth quarter versus the New England Patriots. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's call it out. Let's call it how it is. Yes, they did have a great first quarter. Yes, they look like, holy shit, watch out. This team is going to run through everybody. And then, as Smash Mouth says, crashing back down to reality. Right? They came back down. The New England Patriots said, whoa, okay, you shell-shocked us, but we here, and they won the rest of the game. Let's just be honest. So factor crap. Does DeAndre Swift have to touch the ball 15 plus times in a game for the Philadelphia Eagles to be successful in the rest of 2023? Guys, I said it last night on the After Hours show when we revealed our power rankings. I revealed my power rankings. I dropped the Philadelphia Eagles from number 1 to number 4 because of this very reason. The point of the matter is that the Eagles have 12 new starters on offense and defense. The point of the matter is they do have a new defense coordinator. They do have a new offensive coordinator. They have a bunch of new parts on a nicely running car, right? Street racing. When you have a street beast that's flying up and down the field, and then all of a sudden your blower breaks and you put that new blower in, it takes some time to fine-tune it like a little bit. Yes, it might be a better blower. It might be bigger. It might be better. It might be faster. But you know what? It doesn't quite work with the old car yet. It takes some time to fine-tune some things, right? And that's exactly where the Philadelphia Eagles are right now. They need to fine-tune some things. Actually, right now they're kind of out of whack. 1 carry, 1 yard fee for a Swift. That is a big, big issue. Because what the Philadelphia Eagles are successful on are the RPO game. Last year when they had the pass-run option, yes, it was a pass and then a run and then an option. It wasn't run-pass option. It was pass-run option. Let's just be honest. They were clicking on all cylinders. When Dallas Goedert was running a quick little slant, if he was open, he would dump it off. And if not, he would hand the ball off to Miles Sanders. And if that defensive end happened to crash hard, Hurts would take it and run up the field and get 3-4 yards. They literally could not stop him. Guys, this is a fact. You have to get DeAndre Swift involved in this game. Whether it be versus the Vikings or the Buccaneers, the Commanders, or the Rams moving forward, you have to get Swift involved 100%. Because if you don't, it's going to be a long, long season. If you do not get the man you traded for, it's going to be a long season. Face it. Face it. It's going to be a long season. And Arthur Brown says that it's a fact. It is a fact that DeAndre Swift has to get involved. It is a fact that Dallas Goedert has to get involved. It is a fact that if you do not run the ball, you cannot be successful. What? Did that just come out of my mouth? Yeah, I said it. As the running back market goes tanking, right? Guess what? You still have to be able to run the ball to be successful in the NFL. NFL owners don't want to hear that. Running backs want to hear that. Offensive linemen want to hear that, right? But let's just be honest. Facts are facts. Judas Howard said, that's a fact. Use Swift and other weapons. Guys, this is mind-boggling to me about the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots. Jalen Hurts had 170 yards passing, right? 170 yards total passing. Rushing, they didn't even break 100 yards. Kenneth Gainwell had 14 carries for 54 yards. Jalen Hurts had 9 carries for 37 yards. Boston Scott, 1 for 3. DeAndre Swift, 1 for 3. Total of 97 yards rushing. This offense was very anemic versus the Patriots. This was not the offense that we were accustomed to seeing last season. Now I do. It's 2023. New offensive coordinator, new running back, some new offensive weapons. I get it, right? I get it. But yes, you are correct. They have to use A.J. Brown. He did have 10 targets on 7 catches for 79 yards, right? Yes. Quez Watkins, 2 catches, 17 yards. They did not distribute the ball very well. It was a very, A.J. Brown, you're open. Devontae Smith, you're open. Here you go. Run as far as you can and catch it. Arthur Brown says, I'm dying to see how they play against the Big D. Yes. This is a game that is, it's circled on my calendar. They play the Dallas Cowboys week 9 for the first time, November 5th. So at that point in time, we will see what the two teams are, right? We will see if the Cowboys are actually the real deal. We'll see if the Philadelphia Eagles can fine-tune some things. But you don't touch. You know what else is more important though versus the Tampa Bay or for the Philadelphia Eagles beyond the Dallas Cowboys game? How do they match up against the Miami Dolphins? How do they match up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? How do they match up against the Minnesota Vikings? As we know that the Dallas Cowboys will be good. And they're going to get up for that game. They are going to get up for that game, and they are going to show up and show out, right? You always get up for the Dallas Cowboys. You always get up for that rivalry game, and it's at home, November 5th. It's starting to get a little chill in the air, and it's a Sunday afternoon game. Probably America's game of the week on Fox. Let's just be honest. I want to see how the Philadelphia Eagles do against teams that they should beat. Teams that they don't necessarily got to get up for, and they're just kind of going to go through the motions. I'm talking like the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday night. I'm talking about when they travel to Tampa Bay Monday Night Football. Lucky for them, those are both primetime games. Because it's a little bit easier to get up for primetime games, but let's say this was a 1 o'clock game at Tampa week 3. Trap game, maybe? Those are the games that I'm interested in seeing. Week 5, when they travel to L.A. to take on the Rams. Rams, yes, they might be a little bit better than people thought they were, but they're still the Rams. They're still probably a 5-5-5-1 team at best. Do they get it for that game? Do they show up for that game? That would be the true test for the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward. Judas Howard with the facts here. He says, established a running game should always be a game plan priority. Huh. Judas, it is like you used to watch football back in the 80s, man. It is like you used to watch the football back in the 90s when it was give Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith the ball and let them eat, baby. Now, as I do like to establish the run. Me as a head coach on the high school level, I do like to establish the run over and over and over again, and then exploit the run with my passing game. However, the NFL has developed this short passing game, right? The bubble screens, the quick slants, the reverses, the pitches, and all that stuff. So as it is nice to establish the running game, now NFL teams are pointing to let's establish a short passing game to open up the long passing game, right? Let's exploit those 5-yard slants to start the game off. Let's start that wide receiver bubble. Let's get Devontae Smith out in the open and let him use his 4.4 speed, right? So running game / short passing game must be established, must be game priority. So I do agree with you to an extent. I just want to put a little caveat on that, Junis. But yeah, Brian Johnson says he wants them to give them the ball. Somebody that isn't going to get the ball, Steelers wide receiver Deontay Johnson is set to miss a few weeks with a lingering hamstring injury. So guys, fact or crap, do the Steelers need Johnson to win games moving forward? Guys, the Deontay Johnson on the depth chart, on the roster at Steelers.com, at NFL.com, at ESPN.com, every place that has a depth chart has Deontay Johnson as the number one receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, we all know this. Everybody knows this. George Pickens knows this. Kenny Pickett knows this. Mike Tomlin knows this. George Pickens is the guy. George Pickens is the guy in Pittsburgh. Let's just be honest. So Deontay Johnson being out is a big deal. It sucks, right? It sucks to have your number one receiver out. But then I got to dig it into these stats. Deontay Johnson is in his 5th season in the NFL. 5th season, buddy. Rookie season, 680 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sophomore season, 923 for 7 touchdowns. Junior year, 1161 with 8 touchdowns. Last season, 822 yards with 0 touchdowns. As it seems like Johnson does a lot of the dirty work, he does not get a lot of the glory, right? George Pickens is kind of that glory guy. Let's just be honest. With that being said, the Steelers do not need Deontay Johnson to win games. So it is a crap. It is nice to have a receiver like Deontay Johnson on the field. It is nice to have that little 5'10" speedster on the outside. It is nice to, have your, veteran leadership on the field. But let's just be honest. Allen Robinson can probably pick up that slack. Miles Boykin can probably pick up that slack. Calvin Austin III can probably pick up that slack. Oh, how about this? Najee Harris. Just give Najee Harris the damn ball. Steelers. I mean, obviously they got thumped on Sunday versus the 49ers. They play the Browns on Monday. Nice division game. Take the Cleveland Browns offense out of the equation. Wear that defense down. Run the ball with Najee Harris. Play after play after play. Not because he's not on my fantasy team. I don't want to speak no fantasy points here, but, he is my number one running back. So give Najee Harris the ball 30-plus times. That would be fan-effing-tastic, baby. But, yes, Deontay Johnson is a loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It sucks, but unfortunately, I don't think he is going to be that guy like, oh, man, Deontay Johnson isn't here. Our offense is going to struggle. The offense struggled last week anyways. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Everything else must come off the running game. The play action pass on any given play, 1st through 4 downs, keep the defense balanced. My man is speaking facts. If you guys want facts, Judas Howard is dropping those facts. David says, you are right on the money. Bullseye, baby. However, guys, let's look at the NFL. As everything does got to come off the running game. Short passing game is just like a running game. I don't want to, exploit it, not trying to take away the running game. I want the Steelers to run the ball. I want the Eagles to run the ball because I do got Swift and Najee Harris both in my 2 running back league. Give them the ball. I would love to see it. But the short passing game is a part of the running game as well. Speaking of running games, I'm glad you guys are just giving me perfect transitions today. I love it. You guys are awesome in the chat. Keep it up. I do love the interaction. I see all the comments. It makes my show, it makes my job a hell of a lot easier when I'm out here with you guys and they're talking that shit. David, Junis, Arthur Brown, Jim, Alpha Rob, all you guys. When you guys are out there commenting, it just... it gives me those endorphins in my mind like, hey, we're doing something right. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you on the Man Hour Nation, guys, and much love to all of you guys. But a team that does not get much love from here at the Man Hour, and that is the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are a team that overpaid for a quarterback that has won them 1 playoff game. Regular season superstar. You can't take that away from him. Unanimous MVP, whatever, right? Playoff time, when it's nut check time, he shits the bed. But we're not here to talk about Lamar Jackson. We are here to talk about JK Dobbins. JK Dobbins has officially been placed on IR with a torn Achilles and will miss the remainder of the season. So, guys, fact or crap, are the Baltimore Ravens doomed without JK Dobbins moving forward? I have been going back and forth on this a lot. I have been going back and forth of like, man, J.K. Dobbins is a really good running back. He is when he's on the field. I don't think J.K. Dobbins has played a full season in the last 3 or 4 seasons. He has not been that guy, right? Last season, torn ACL. This year, Achilles. The year before that, I feel like he missed half the season for like a sprained ankle or something. J.K. Dobbins just hasn't been there for the Baltimore Ravens. And unfortunately, it sucks for him because he is a good running back. He does do good things for the Baltimore Ravens when he's on the field. He is that game changer. But with that being said, they do have Gus the Bus Edwards out there. They still have Justice Hill. And let's not forget Melvin Gordon III. Super Bowl winning running back Melvin Gordon III when he was on the practice squad with the Kansas City Chiefs last season and cut by the Denver Broncos. How does that taste, ponies? Your boy got a Super Bowl ring before you all did. But factor crap, the Ravens are doomed without J.K. Dobbins. This is a crap. As they would like to have J.K. Dobbins, let's not get it twisted. They would love to have their number 1 receiver. They would love to have their guy. They don't need him. They have Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, Melvin Gordon III. Oh, and by the way, they have one of the best running backs in the league in Lamar Jackson. I said running backs. Didn't say quarterback. I said running back. But the Baltimore Ravens, they were a team that was going to be a 8-9 win team anyways. 7, 8, 9 wins is right where I had pegged the Baltimore Ravens anyways. Not because they're not a good team. Not because they didn't add firepower to the offensive side of the ball. The point of the matter is they have a really tough schedule. They play Browns twice. They play the Bengals twice. They play the Steelers twice. They play the Lions. They play the 49ers. They play the Miami Dolphins. They play the Seattle Seahawks. Hell, they play the Tennessee Titans. Right? They have a really tough schedule. The only game that you can like look on and circle like, yeah, that should be a win. That's the Arizona Cardinals, and the Cardinals went toe-to-toe with the Commanders just week 1. Give them until week 8 to figure things out. You travel to Arizona, look out. Now, the Ravens are not doomed because I said they're going to be a 7-8 win team with or without J.K. Dobbins. The only thing that this does is put more pressure on Lamar Jackson. Puts more pressure on that $370 million contract that he has. As the Super Bowl window is already almost shut for the Baltimore Ravens anyways, because Lamar Jackson just can't win in January, and the team is getting older, right? They didn't get younger this season. They got older this offseason with the addition of Odell Beckham Jr. Their defense isn't the Ravens defense that we're accustomed to seeing. 2000 Ravens, hell, 2010 Ravens, right? The defense just isn't that defense anymore. So this is a crap. It does suck that he's out, but they are not doomed. They're still going to be an average team, an average good team. 7, 8, 9 wins. Unfortunately, it's just way the cookie crumbles, right? Junius Howard says no, because they do not append the running game enough as they should. But they do rely on the running game. They just don't rely on running backs. They rely on Lamar Jackson to run them the ball. So you are right. But I think with the emergence of Justice Hill last weekend, yes, he did not get a bulk of those carries after JK went down. Him and Gus, I think they split 50 carries. And he only did have 8 attempts on 9 rushing yards, but he was their end zone threat. 2 touchdowns for Justice Hill, right? Now, Gus the Bus, Gus freaking Edwards, number 35, he had 8 attempts on 32 yards. So, as they both got 16 carries, right, or total of 16 carries between the two of them, Judas, I got to ask this question. How many carries do you want them to have in a game? Do you want them each to have 10? Do you want them each to have 12? Do you want the running backs to touch the ball 20-plus times a game? Do you want the running backs to touch the ball 20-plus times a game for the Baltimore Ravens? And the answer to that question is no, you don't. You have Lamar Jackson. You paid this guy $270-plus million to basically touch the ball every play. You want Lamar Jackson to rush the ball as much as you can. You want him to throw the ball as much as you can. I don't care about Justice Hill. I don't care about Gus the Bus. I don't care about Odell Beckham Jr. I don't care about Zay Flowers. I want Lamar Jackson just to key the ball and do it over and over and over. That is what I want if I'm the Baltimore Ravens. What, buddy? My man's watching Boss Baby, and he's flexing on him. What? I see it. It's okay. Well, the show is almost over, bud. But yeah, guys, it is a crap. The Baltimore Ravens are not doomed. Little man is super tired, guys. So I got to end the show a little bit early today, but we'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. East Coast time. But I want to give you guys a brief little breakdown of what is going to happen here on the Man Hour moving forward. So, guys, here on the Man Hour is I actually do realistically have a script that I try to follow. So moving forward, guys, on Mondays, we'll be breaking down Monday Night Football games, obviously, and recapping some of the big Sunday games as well. And then on Tuesday, we're going to do some more recap of the Monday game and Sunday games as well. Tuesday night on the After Hours show, we'll be revealing our power rankings moving forward. On Wednesday, we'll be just like today. We will dive into some old news, we'll dive into some new news, and we'll kind of just like connect week 1, week 2, week 3. We'll kind of all connect together. Give us a good transition into the next week of football. Then Thursday, it is all about Thursday Night Football. We'll be breaking those games down. We'll tell you how each team can win and maybe preview some other Sunday night games. Sunday games, talk a little bit about the weekend, but it's mainly geared towards Sunday. Then Friday, it is all about Sunday football. Sunday afternoon, Sunday noon, Sunday night. It is all about Sunday football. I will have a poll of what games you guys want me to talk about come Thursday of the week. Like, hey, what games you guys want me to cover on Friday? And then Friday night, we're just going to get on the After Hours show. We're going to shoot the shit. No plan whatsoever. We'll do whatever you guys want to talk about in the comments here. If you guys want to talk about the 1,000 horsepower with no transmission in the LA Chargers, Jim, well, we'll talk about the Chargers. If we want to talk about, I think is more like his last season there for Zach Wilson, we'll talk about Zach Wilson. Friday night, guys, it is whatever you want to talk about. After our show, we'll post a link. If you guys want to jump on the show, talk your shit, do whatever you want. And then possibly week 3, not this weekend because we have flag football at 9:30 and 10:30. Bummer. But week 3 of the NFL season and beyond, we'll be doing a morning show. Sunday morning, 9 a.m., we'll have fantasy news. We'll have Stardom, Cinema, all that stuff. It'll be me, Tori, Hoffy, Brandon Combs, a little bit of Wyatt, the Wyatt Williams, like old school days. But guys, that is it for today. Live, raw, uncut sports talk. See you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. East Coast time. We out.